TNA dumps OVW and might be up for sale. So who wants to start a Kickstarter? Let's lock up. So this was a rough week for news. Not a lot happened. Nobody did anything stupid. There's no big changes or shakeups. The Masked Man's book came out. And Hell in a Cell happened. It was better than Battleground, so there's that. Oh God, there was one other thing. That's right. We're jumping right into the rumor mill, as it looks like the people who own the closest thing WWE has to competition are ready to get rid of it. Hot off the heels of their announcement of Where Action Never Ends, which has brought such insightful videos as Gail Kim working out, Brooke Tessmacher twerking out, and Ethan Carter waking up, it looks as though Panda Energy is, not surprisingly, interested in selling TNA. What is surprising is that there are people out there who are actually interested in buying it. First things first are the wrestling names, which Juice Make Sugar's own Andy Miller has already covered in a great write-up on this week's Andy's Angry. Check the article for thoughts on Vince, Jarrett, and the Bish buying into this end of the business. All I can really add on top of that is, above it, how did it work out for you the first time, and didn't they send you home as a method of saving this sinking ship? Those aren't the only names in contention, however, as country music star John Rich and alt-rock, back when alt-rock was still considered an actual music genre, star Billy Corgan have both been brought up as interested parties. Now, John Rich doesn't seem to have any real ties to the industry, but those in wrestling circles may know Billy Corgan as the driving force behind Resistance Pro. I can't speak to whether or not Billy Corgan would be great on a national scale, but he at least is somewhat involved in the industry and is a Maria Menounos level fan. Overall, the options seem unlikely at best and unhelpful at worst. These are the very definition of rumors right now. Apparently, Janice Carter, executive at Panda Energy and Dixie Carter's mother, issued a memo to the talent stating that the company was not interested in selling the Total Nonstop brand. Many believe this just to be damage control in order to halt the rumors getting out there. But it looks to be too late, as the buzz has spread like wildfire and the names are being dropped. Back at the WWE Network has reared its ugly head again, with plans to come to fruition in the first quarter of 2014. While I've been burnt by this before, Stephanie McMahon has said that they are looking at both traditional and non-traditional distribution. Let's hope they don't do for Hulu what the XFL did for football. Word's gotten out that Hulk Hogan may be returning to the WWE after all, as there is said to be a verbal agreement with the two parties. Now, nothing is official as of yet, but if Hogan is as good as his word, then I wouldn't hold my breath. Lastly, Heyman is said to be off TV following his feud with CM Punk, which is fine because there's really nowhere for them to go with that story until Brock Lesnar came back. Coincidentally, that is when we can expect to see Heyman back as well. And now, the one piece of solid news this week in wrestling happened this past Friday. TNA officially cut ties with everyone's favorite developmental territory, OVW. Going forward, the company is expecting to use their new old home of Universal Studios as their main training facility. Does this sound familiar to you? A family-owned company running a wrestling promotion where the top guy left with the top title and using YouTube as a format to get the story out there now has a training facility out in Florida? Because it does to me, making them this week's World Heavyweight Championship douche canoe. Listen, they're going out of business and things aren't going too great. Maybe if they ever thought, just once, that if they tried not to be the WWE, things would go better for them. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a coincidence with Dixie Carter doing her best Professor Chaos impression. But with every ounce of information I hear, it sounds like they shoot down every piece of original thought and just stick with what worked for WWE. TNA. If I wanted to watch WWE television, I would watch WWE television, which I do, with literally every other wrestling fan in the world. The only reason TNA got a TV deal is because they were new, innovative, and different. Since then, the X Division has become a joke, their homegrown talent are shells of their former selves, and the company will be lucky to exist by 2015. How they still have a TV deal and Mike Quackenbush, the guy behind the most interesting storyline in wrestling to date, doesn't is beyond me, in the same vein that good business is beyond TNA. Ya douche canoes. And thus we close another chapter in the Headlocked books. What do you think? Should TNA sell this husk of a company? Can we just turn this into Chikara instead? Tell us in the comments section below. Also, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Facebook pages of both us and JuiceMakesSugar.com, the revolutionary force in smart mark entertainment. This week is Varsity Club Week, so go ahead and learn about one of the best stables you've never heard of as the fellas kick off a month-long celebration of factions. Until next time, thank you for watching. My name is Noah Waterman, and please, don't try this at home.
Kevin, this guy's got to have a little help.
He got a lot of help. He's got me. Let me tell you something. It ain't the dog's fault. When his mother was carrying him and she's walking through the desert because she was a nomad, she couldn't hold it any longer. She stopped. And left him there to die.